Welcome back. We are looking at what could be a fall federal election. So joining me today on the show, we have Steve Powrie, who is the federal Liberal Party candidate for our riding. It's great to have you on the show, Steve.
It's great to be here.
And nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Yes. Joining us as well, we have Tyler Carpenter, who is the president of the federal Liberal Party. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how have things been going?
They've been going great. You know, there's a momentum shift that's happened. I think not just across the country, but in the riding as well. Like our memberships are way up, and you know, we're getting lots of people talking to us, you know, out in the public and contacting us by phone and email. And you know, I think there's a mood in general that people have lost a lot of faith and trust in politics. I mean, that's not new. That's been going on for some time. But I think they're looking for something that's maybe a bit more rejuvenated and rebranded, like the Liberal Party has become in the last few years. What do you bring to the table that would be different than what we're seeing right now?
I think, you know, I've been in the people profession for many years, you know, as an educator at both the elementary level and at the university level. And I think, you know, one of my strengths is communicating with people, and part of communication is listening. And I think that's one of the key things that's missing in politics right now, is there isn't a lot of listening. You know, I think it's natural. The Liberals were in the same position 10 years ago, that when a government is in power too long, it tends to change its focus to staying in power as opposed to, you know, being a representative and reasoned, you know, government. And I think that's what we lost, and I think that's something that I would bring back again.
Do you think there's enough change going on, enough memberships being created? Because it's been a very long time since we saw a Liberal MP in this riding. I believe Len Marchand Sr. was the last Liberal MP. What makes you think that you're going to do it this time?
I think, you know, one of the things is that the Liberals, people were very disillusioned with the Liberals by the time they finally got out. And, you know, there were the scandals and there was the perceived arrogance. And I think in the last few years, there's been an absolute makeover. And, you know, you've got a progressive, you know, dynamic vision, and you've got a new leader who people seem to at least be intrigued by. And a lot of people really like, you know, his approach to government, which is much less adversarial and polarized. And I think people want a return to a more centrist, reasoned approach, as opposed to that sort of polarized ideological approach that we're seeing right now. You know, it seems to be so much now in the House of Commons, it's that right-left battle that's going on all the time. And I think, you know, Canadians by nature are people who like the middle ground. And, you know, you can wiggle to the left and wiggle to the right, and you're not necessarily affixed to a certain ideological stand.
Next week, you're holding a meeting at Hotel 540. It's on Thursday of next week, February 12th. Tyler, you're hoping to see a lot of people come out and listen to what Steve has to say.
Absolutely. The event is fairly along the lines of a lot of other events that we've done in the past, only on a slightly larger scale. The nice thing is, with an event like this, there's no cost for people to come out. We want it to be very inclusive. That's a huge part of what we're working towards. So it's a great opportunity for people to come out and see what Steve is all about, to meet Steve in person, to be able to chat with him, to be able to chat with all the other organizers and the volunteers, our Team Trudeau members in the area. It'd be a really, really good opportunity for people to get that introduction.
Okay, so putting the whole professional side to the side, tell something about you that people might not know.
Well, I'm an author. I've written a number of books, and you know, one's Global Citizens for Oxford Press, and a media education book called Media Sense, more for parents and educators to get their kids media aware and critically thinking about media.
And you have children? And
I have children. I have a 21-year-old daughter and a 19-year-old. They're both at Quest University down at the coast, which is an amazing place. So, yeah.
That's good. So your kids are sort of grown. You have more time now to put towards other things as well.
Yeah, I think this probably would take a lot of time. And that was a big factor in the decision. You know, I think it's a very demanding position to have kids at home. That's not something I was really prepared to do, and it's sort of like we're empty nesters for the first time, and instead of just enjoying that, I guess I'm trying to fill that with a way which maybe could have relaxed a bit, I guess. But
yeah. Fantastic. Well, it's great to have you here. Is there anything else that you would like to mention?
I look forward to getting out there because I think now is sort of our big push. I think a lot of people are suggesting that, you know, October is looking more and more. So that gives us a few months to get out and get to know people and have them get to know what we're about.
Fantastic. So Thursday night next week, Hotel 540, people are welcome to come down. I believe it's the Rivers Room, 7 o'clock. They can come and meet you, learn a little bit more, ask some questions.
It's a social event, not a hardcore political event.
Okay, good to know. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a quick break. Information is on the screen if you'd like to learn more about Steve Powrie, or better yet, go meet him downtown on Thursday of next week. We are back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.